That's it right now, T-Nip.
What's up, YouTube? This is CrownSpectro back here with another video for you guys, and today we're gonna be talking about Star Wars Battlefront 3. Will there be a Star Wars Battlefront 3? Well, the answer is really simple to that. I mean, basically, right now there's no really, fans asking for a Star Wars Battlefront 3. I mean, even there was an interview with, a conversation with the game director of Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront, and even he said that there's no demand for Star Wars Battlefront 3 right now. So as he's looking right now, they have no interest in making, they really don't see the point in making another Star Wars Battlefront 3 right now, when the players seem to be completely satisfied with the current Star Wars Battlefront 2. So I mean, from what I'm hearing, they're still making updates and changes and fixes to the problems in the game. So apparently, I mean, there's really no need for a Star Wars Battlefront 3, at least for right now. And not to mention also, Star Wars Jedi The Fallen Order is also going to be coming out really soon for PS4. So they got a whole nother Star Wars game coming out. So as you know that Star Wars Battlefront was developed by the developers of DICE Games and EA basically, and the original two Battlefront games came out in 2004 and 2005, which was on a year apart. And those two games were great. Then they brought back the Battlefront franchise in 2015 when they dropped Star Wars Battlefront 2015, and then only 2 years later in 2017 when they dropped Star Wars Battlefront 2. So it's been like 2 years now since the last Battlefront game released. So the fact they're still making updates and stuff, and well, I want to say 2 years, is probably maybe like a year and a half, maybe 2 years or so. But anyways, they've been working on this game, and they've been keeping it updated, and apparently that they're saying that the players or the community is pretty satisfied with the way Star Wars Battlefront 2 is operating right now. So if that's really the case, then I must agree with the game director, gameplay director, and the players are satisfied with the Star Wars Battlefront 2 gameplay and system way it is now. And then true, there's no need to rush to make another Star Wars Battlefront 3. I mean, also he did say in his talk, in the interview, he was like, well, sequels are not in that much of a demand anymore, which is true. You don't really hear, not to say sequels are not popular, but sequels to games are not big as of a demand as they were back, during the days of, PS3 or maybe, last gen consoles, But to be honest, in my own personal opinion, that's just due to the fact that most of the time the first game be so terrible that what's the point of making a sequel to a terrible game? I mean, you can always improve the game and make it better, but a lot of games these days, and in gaming, and that release that a lot of me have done, there be so many bugs and glitches wrong with the game. Most people don't even bother playing the game through and through because they go so sick and tired of dealing with all the bugs and glitches that never get fixed or answered to, or the community or developers don't ever try to fix the game whatsoever. So at the end of the day, it just seems like, what's the point of a sequel if the game's already broken? Because if they're gonna do that with the first game, I mean, what's the difference with them making another game? Because they're just gonna rush and make another game and do the same thing. So it's like, I can see what they're saying by sequels not being that much of a demand, but it's not that sequels are not wanted. It's just that a lot of not saying every developers are doing this, or a lot of a lot of game creators and stuff are doing this, but a lot of games that get released are just like half done products, man. And it's really crazy because this is like becoming a more common thing, where like the games get released and they don't even be nowhere near done. You can just tell because like you can't play the game for 5 seconds without you even getting some kind of connection error to the server, if it be an online game, or sometimes they got the game connected with the single player mode, so like you can't play the single player mode without being connected to an online server or something like that of the sort. So it makes the game really unenjoyable when you play a game that you really want to play and you doesn't really get into that. But like I said though, Star Wars Battlefront 3, not to say it won't happen, it's just right now DICE and EA Sports don't really see the purpose of, EA games don't really see the purpose of making a Star Wars Battlefront 3, since how you know, no one's really asking for it right now, and that's totally understandable. You know, to be honest, I say it is more smarter for them to wait until the community starts asking for a Star Wars Battlefront 3 before they just up and make one out of nowhere, and if people would just realize, well, like, oh, okay, I didn't really expect. I mean, maybe, you know, maybe people do. Maybe a lot of people do want some. Maybe they're not hearing or paying attention to the community right now. But I mean, if the gameplay developer or director, you know, is saying to himself that, you know, there's not really a high demand, then it must not really be a high demand or what's going on in, you know, in the Star Wars Battlefront community. But like I said before, you know, if the Star Wars Battlefront 2 game is still getting updates, and you know, they're still making fixes, you know, staying in touch with the community, you know, discussing how they can make the game better and improving, making updates, you know, making the game enjoyable and more fun as it goes on, then I don't see the problem, you know. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think down in the comment section below about Star Wars Battlefront. Do you want a Star Wars Battlefront 3? Do you think they should go ahead and get ready to make another one? You guys tell me what you think down in the comment section below. I'm CrownSpectro, and I'll see you guys in the next vid. See ya.